Hi there, welcome back to More Creating by Sue. I'm Sue, and today I'm going to do a Plan With Me video for my third week of December. It's been a minute. I know I've missed a couple weeks, but life gets in the way. If you haven't already, check out my blog where you can get some free planner stickers going all the way back to 2020. And I am currently doing my 25 days of Christmas. Today I'll be using set 2, which I call Happy Little Christmas. And if you go to my blog and click on the pictures, you can get those stickers for free. Also, if you go to my Etsy shop, you can purchase my sticker kits, which are all printable. Today I'm going to be using my Week with Notes and Habits planner page, which is available for purchase on my shop. So make sure you head there and favorite my shop. And let's get started. I've already put my page on my Silhouette Studio, and I've already cropped my stickers. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my washi that I want to put across the top. And I think I'm going to do this little snowflake one. I thought I had those cropped. I guess I didn't. There we go. So let's copy that and paste it onto my page. Place it in place there. And then I'm going to make that bigger so that it fits all the way across. So I'm going to drag it across. And then I'm going to make it a little shorter to fit in the space. Now this is where I punch my holes. So my planner goes in this way. I use a ring punch and I punch holes across the top. Okay, let's get started. So I have some stickers here. I'm going to copy and paste them onto my planner page. And move them kind of off to the side so they're out of the way, but they're there for me to use. And the same thing with each page. Going to copy and paste them so that I don't have to keep going back and forth from one page to another. They'll all be right there. And I also did some border images. I don't know if I'll use them, but I'm going to paste them onto my page anyway, just in case. I'm going to put those down at the bottom. Just so that they're out of the way. We'll put them over here on the side. Okay, let's get started then. So I have my meals section, and if I didn't want to put a sticker behind it and resize it, I could just go up and grab some of the colors. So let's say I wanted it to be this maroon color. Then I can just grab that color and I can fill that box behind it. These boxes are basically just place markers for me. Just holds the place until I get something in there. And the same thing with my to-do section. So let's do this lighter green. Oh, I forgot to click off. That's okay, we'll just go back. And then fill that in with that lighter green. And then this bottom box here, let's do this tree. Actually, yeah. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to line it up, and I'm going to make it so that it fits into that spot by resizing it. And I'm going to send it backwards. And then I'm going to take the box that I put there just kind of to hold the place, and I'm going to just delete that box. So click on it and backspace. Now the other thing I could do, because this does have this transparent box, I could get rid of the transparent box that I have, and it still will show because it's already included. It's in that sticker. So there's no need to have two transparent boxes. Okay. And then I'm going to change these header colors to match. So I'm going to select them by holding down my shift and clicking on them. And I'm going to do this beige color. So I'm going to go to my dropper and click on that color. And it just fills those in. And these, I'll just leave those like they are this time. The other thing you can do is fill in the habits box if you want to, the background of it, or you can just put stickers in there. And I think I'll just go ahead and let me do this. I think I'll just go ahead and fill that in with, what color haven't I used? The green color, the darker green color. And it is transparent by 35%. So if you didn't want it to be transparent, you just have to take that transparency off. But I'm going to leave it because I'm going to need that, be able to see my check marks. I'm going to zoom back out. And then I'm just going to start adding my stickers over to my page. So let's do these two cute little Polaroid stickers. They look like little Polaroids. And this one. And you can make those bigger or smaller by clicking on it and dragging that, that's a little too small, by clicking on it and dragging that corner in and out. And let's just tilt it a little bit. My cat is being a little bit needy today. She keeps bopping me with her paw. She usually doesn't. Okay, so this is going to be next week, which would start on the 14th. So I do have an appointment on Wednesday. So let's put a little box there. And I have an appointment, actually 2 appointments on Wednesday. And then I have an appointment on Tuesday. So let's get this one right here, Tuesday. And I just write those in by hand after I print this. And let's do, I'm going to go ahead and use this this one right here, and I'm just going to put that kind of right here. So I want this to be in front of it. So I'm going to click on it, hold down my shift button, and then bring it to the front. And let's do this one too. And let's see what happens. Okay. And I think I'll leave that there. When I do my stickers, I do put a little bit of a border around them, just so that if you're using a cutting machine, if it gets off by a little bit, it's not going to cut too much into the sticker. And let's bring this one over, and we're going to put that right up here behind. There we go. Actually, we'll put it here and we'll bring it forward so that it's kind of in front of it. And if you wanted to, you could get rid of this white So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my knife tool and I'm going to cut a straight line across and try to get as close to that, the color, the stick, I guess it's a stick, as possible, just to give it a flat, um, so that when I put it up here, it's more flush to the line. And I could have gone through and selected all of these and brought them to the front again. I just didn't. I just did it this way. Okay. I'm going to outline this in black and I want to see what it looks like. A darker gray maybe. Yeah, I kind of like that. Gives it a little bit of more of a definition. So let's do the same thing with this one. And she's going to go right here, kind of behind that. And those are the only 3 appointments I have for next week, so the rest of my planner can just be used with decorative stickers. This one is really cute. Let's put it right here. Actually, let's put this down here. And I'm going to resize that. Anything that's outside of that line is not going to be printed. This gray line, that's your print line. So anything that's outside of that is going to be cut off. Okay. And maybe I'm going to put something up here. How about this one? And I'm going to do that same thing. I'm going to take, actually I'll put it up here. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I'm not a real fan of that actually, so we're not going to put that there. I'll just use some more of these cute little stickers. I like this one. This is how I feel sometimes in the morning when I'm having my coffee, just like, oh, what do we have going on for today? And maybe I'll do this one, but I'm going to cut this in half with my knife tool. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to rotate it. And once it's rotated, I went the wrong way. I never know which way to go. Try this. There we go. Then I'm going to put that and I'm just going to kind of slip it behind this image here. And there we go. And let's use this one. Put it right up here. Again, I'm going to bring this forward. And that's just my preference because I didn't want to see that white. And it's looking pretty good. How about if I use this piece? Let's rotate it. And we're going to put it right here. There we go. I do my cleaning on Mondays, so I'll just pop in a little cleaning list. Brought that to the front, and I can move that down a little bit if I want to. And I have a clean, I wonder if it's, okay, so when I crop these, because the lines are so close together, they kind of weld together. So you can use your knife tool and just cut across. And then it'll separate it. You can be a little more concise if you want to, but mine's fine just like this. I'm happy with that. I'm going to be making cookies next week, so I want to actually move her over here, and I'm going to use this box so that I can list the cookies that I'm going to be making this week. And I could list them over here, I guess, in my to-do, but I'm going to do it right here. And I'm going to I'll handwrite this. I'll write cookies, and then I'll list the type of cookies that I'm going to be making. Everybody wants the sugar cookies, the iced sugar cookies, and they are the worst ones for me to make because they take so long, but they are really good. There we go. And I think that is pretty good. I think I can maybe use this one over here. There we go. And yep, I think that's good. If I wanted to use one of these for the cookies, and then I could check mark them off as I do that, actually that's a good idea. And then as I make them, I can check them off of my list. That way, I know that I've made them. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And that's the beauty of using Silhouette to create it, because you can resize your stickers if you need to. And I'm going to put this as a top so that I can write on there cookies or baking list maybe. There we go. And we are done. So when I print, none of this stuff is going to be printing, only what's inside the page. So if I go up to print right now, you'll see a print preview. And this is what my planner page will look like. I hope you enjoyed this plan with me video. I hope you use my stickers, and if you do, please be sure to tag me on Instagram. Head to my Facebook group to be the first to know when I release new stickers. Don't forget to favorite my Etsy shop, and make sure to visit my blog often. Have a great holiday. I will probably do a plan with me next week, but I can't promise it because I have a lot of cookies to bake. So if not, happy holidays. Keep checking back for my freebies up until Christmas Day.